the gold standard for sports awards in Africa right now. Now, let's talk a little bit about grassroots or the engagement of the rest of the continent in terms of bringing the rest of the continent up to speed in terms of football development. What are some of the grassroots plans that you are aware of that the Confederation of African Football is undertaking at this minute to help elevate the game across the continent?
First of all, let's appreciate that for football development to be appreciated in Africa and to basically for the game to grow, we have to ensure that there's grassroots projects across the continent. And formally, the problem is that a lot of federations will basically concentrate on only their senior teams, and most of the time they'll forget that these grassroots plans are what basically elevates young players to the top. So with the MAD coming on board, things have kind of changed. Right now you see the club license that basically tells clubs, yes, you're a club, you're a big club like Chipi Mazembe, but it's important to have a youth program. You have to have this youth program that basically are going to help integrate other people across the nation. And again, if you look at Africa as a whole, people love football, you see. But one thing we've always told ourselves is, why is it that a lot of Africans are speaking a lot about European football? You see, all the time you go to video places, you see people watching the English Premier League. The only thing that will basically make Africa go back to where it was is enabling and managing the grassroots football, because if people can start learning the game from grassroots and basically embracing it and growing it, then we're going to have more teams and more fans who will be supporting our own team. Unlike the current culture where there's a lot of westernization in how people support their team, which is not good for Africa, because basically it denies us a lot of opportunities. So for President Hamad and CAF in particular, this is something essential, because we're telling federations, yes, you're running a federation, but what are you doing to help develop football in your country? Are you putting up strong grassroots channels that can be able to basically take football to the deepest part of the country, or are you making it only for the cities? So those are some of the key things that the president is doing, and I'm very optimistic that this program, once the federations are key to development, because CAF, the only thing that CAF can do is to come and implement and give you basically the blueprint of doing things. But the federations are now, they have to pick up this mantle and ensure that this grassroots football is basically, for men, it's permanently put across the different countries in Africa. Because if you don't do this, that's why we're not going to go forward, and we'll still remain with this big problem that why has Africa not won our World Cup?
Okay. Sounds like a solid approach. As far as you mentioned the issue of football lovers across Africa, obviously Africa is football crazy. The number one sport in Africa is football. And definitely people across the continent, 1.3 billion people and counting. And that is a huge market. That is a huge environment. And my personal opinion, as far as that goes, in terms of the media side, I mean, as far as the engagement with the fans is concerned, and the reason why people still flock to the European events or the European matches is because they make it available for people to sit in their homes and watch it. And that's the next level that the CAF has to confront, the media side, the connection. You are a media expert, obviously, and you know this, obviously. Of course, CAF has what you call a media rights holder with, it used to be Sport5, but now I gather. So we want to know how that institution is going to make it available, going to make media rights available to smaller media houses for them to be able to get the games into the living rooms or the small screens of people across the continent. That's really key. That's really important, And so that is something that needs to be looked at, because obviously that's the missing piece in terms of drawing the fans back to African football. If we bring football, African football, to the screens of our people, and we do right in the media space by creating the atmosphere for it, definitely people will come back. That's for sure. Anyway, so you being in the media, what is let me ask you this, because you have a strong insight into this, and what are the plans in terms of media growth for CAF, within CAF itself, and then in terms of partnerships with other media entities out there to help connect with the fans out there? What are the plans?
If you look at the past year, that is 2018, things have really changed concerning African football, because in the 2018 season, the CAF Champions League competitions, CAF Champions League and CAF Confederation Cup, almost 70% of these matches were broadcast live. And they were being broadcast across the continent. It was something very huge, because you could see even the impact that it had, through the social media footprint and all that. Because, as you rightly said, for football to grow, it has to be brought to the viewers so that they can see what is happening in Africa, just like the Europeans keep on showing us our game. So, in terms of the development, I think right now things have changed, because once President Hamad took over, he had to sit down with the Lagadea, who are the rights holders, of course, basically, on behalf of CAF. And right now, what they're doing is they're making getting the fees and all this much cheaper, like it was, because there was a time that it was very hard to access this. Only the multinational media houses could get this, but right now you see even small radio station, a small TV station can basically get this feed at one time, because at the end of the day, let's remember, because this is one of the income generating prospects for CAF, so you can basically just take it for free. So with that, I think it's also important, because we've got an element where our media also are not playing their rightful part, because you can't just leave everything to CAF. As a media house, when you basically covering the English Premier League, maybe in a newspaper, from Monday to Thursday, and assuming the local game, then we've got a problem. Yes, we're going to say that, advertisers like this. But is that the real model that is going to help develop the game? Not at all. So as much as we want to brand out, some journalists want to brand themselves using the leagues abroad, we have to brand back at home, you see. And that's why I see this integrated platform where CAF is now basically trying to push this, to the they're telling the media house, they're telling them, guys, let's see how we can do it. Let's see how Africans can watch our own game. But then it's becoming difficult. Look at it like a multinational, like Supersport. Mm-hmm. They own a lot of rights in Africa. Basically, they dropped all of them. The only remain right now is the Zambian League and the PSL in South Africa. Because basically they claim that it's an expensive affair to do this production and all that. But on the other side, they say that it's easy for them to get the English Premier League. So those are some of the key factors that we have to look at, because our own media houses must also play a key role developing the game by insisting on also showing content, because in some other countries, even we talk so much about the UK, but go to the UK, they'll tell you that most of the time the fans are told that you have to watch this game, or you have to go to the stadium to watch this game.
Right.
Some of these games you TV are delayed, so we have to basically copy that concept. Yeah. Or if we have to show them in Africa, then something has to be paid over. So that's why you see a lot of leagues, European leagues, the La Liga, the Bundesliga, the English falling over themselves trying to capture Africa. Mm-hmm. But now Africa must also come out and see how do we basically make ourselves better? How do we make our players good? Because Ideally, our players or the players who play in those leagues that we see them. So we have to also build our own platform. We have to build our own leagues because, first of all, and they can't build their own leagues. There's been nothing to show. Because someone, in the 80s, early 80s, our own players, Stephen Casey, people could watch our own leagues. But why is that changed? Because basically the concentration has basically changed. So we have to develop our league so that we can retain most of these players, so that we can get those broadcasting rights from the biggest companies. And this is also going to help basically doing the broadcast, and as you rightly said, the local seeing what we've been producing. But if you bring the element of money, that is now where it comes in. But I think things have changed right now. The CAF Champions League, the Corporation Cup, basically we're seeing them. You're going to create the social media platforms, when African football is trending. That is a very positive vibe for us. I mean, it's something that we all want to grow in the coming years.
I agree with you. I agree with you 100%. And I have to commend you for your energy that you are using on social media, especially on LinkedIn. I follow you, as like I said, the introduction of this program. I talked about your efforts out there, and that is really, really commendable. And it's much respect to you for that. You're very welcome. And the thing is, there may be a lot of people out there who say they're media people, but your focus on what you're doing is to promote African football content, and that is unique and that is great. It's easy to say you're a media expert and you sit there and talk about English Premier Football, Manchester United, and all that stuff, which is, but come back home, talk about home, talk about your own play, talk about the stars in your own league. Tell people who are those stars in your own league and let them be connected to those stars in your local leagues. That's what makes you a true media person, if you're a sports media person, if one wants to claim that, for those, and like I said, this is not a personal attack on anyone, but for those who sit there and spout off about, Liverpool this and Manchester that, and nothing against that league. Don't get me wrong, people out there. It's just that people need to understand that you got home. You got 1.3 billion people to talk to, And they're saying that Africa's population by 2025 will reach 2 billion people. That's a lot of people to talk to. That's a lot of money to be made. And you can see the reason why the foreign leagues, the European leagues, are flocking to Africa to get their content out there. Why can't we see that? Why can't we recognize that, we ourselves in Africa? I mean, me and you obviously are exceptions to the rule because that's what we do, But like I said, I want to commend you. Now, there are two gentlemen besides Mr. Ahmad, Tony Bafo and Amir Fahmy, the Secretary General, and his other guy, and I really admire those guys as well. They're really putting their shoulders to work out there, to the wheel out there, to push things forward. What is your opinion about those gentlemen?
Well, basically, let me say that it was a great choice because look at someone like the Secretary General Amir Fahmy. You basically got it fit. He's a football die-hard guy, football alumni, a guy who's so professional, who sit down with him and basically ask yourself, where do you get all this knowledge? Coming back to Tony Bafo, these are legends.
Yes.
He's a guy who has been playing the game, he's played at the best top level. So when he's at CAF, he's a deputy secretary general. He comes in charge of football. So he's doing something that he clearly knows. He knows the problem that he faces as a footballer. How can they be rectified? When you go down to director of competition, Samson Akamela, he's a guy who established himself in Nigeria, recognizing some of the best beach football. It's someone who's been there in competition. So when you have these faces there at CAF, basically, it's a win-win for the organization because it helps integrate the bright minds. So all these things that we were doing before they came to to represent African football, they can now basically implement them because President Ahmad has given them an opportunity and told them